most people that come to eat in this restaurant, when we serve fried okra, say, "This is so good, why don't you make it year round?" And we say, because it makes such a difference when the okra's fresh. So, what you're looking for here, when you go to cut, this is an ideal bite size. Is that about 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch? If it's not 1 inch, we're gonna call it 1 inch. So, you want a sharp knife, you wanna kinda line up your tips, because although you can eat this, and if we were pickling these okra, I would eat these, the tops. When you fry them, they get kind of tough. And fried okra is all about texture. So you don't want to include something that's going to throw your texture off. So again, this is what we do, is you kind of line up the tips here, so this line's the same, and then you cut from this end. You can get one last piece. There you go. Sound effect included. What we're going to show you here is the breader that we make. We use for breading our okra. We bread our catfish. We bread our grit cakes in it. It's a universal breader. It's gluten-free. It's made from 2 meals. There's a corn meal. This is supposed to be a cup. I'm not doing a good job of measuring it. 1 cup of corn meal, and then corn flour, which is essentially the same thing, just ground more fine. So, cornmeal and corn flour, 1 cup of each, and then we put 2 tablespoons, almost level, of Creole seasoning, which is salt, pepper, paprika, cayenne, oregano, thyme, onion, and garlic. So, it's all ground. We'd use it for color. We use it for a rounder flavor of the breader. You know, but it's not salty. So if you're breading catfish in this, and as you'll see with the okra, we'll dredge it in this, and then we'll dust it with a little bit of salt when it comes out of the fryer for that hotter salt flavor on your tongue. But that's what we have. This is a ½ pound of okra. And the cool little trick we figured out is that if you take a ½ pound of okra and you put it in these little full tops plastic bags, it's really easy to fry. So we take a 1 ounce ladle and we put our favorite buttermilk in there, and you get it all coated, right? So one of the reasons you don't want extra buttermilk is because it's gonna make glue out of your breader. So you just want enough to coat, and then what I'll do here is I've got a strainer, a sifter, whatever we call it these days, that's full of my cornmeal breader, and I shake it to get everything coated, and I'll dip it again, you know, get it all covered, see how everything's covered. Drop it in the basket, get the big ones out. It fries for about 45 seconds. I really kind of fry by a visual. So now it's golden brown. This is a just absorbent, cardboard, food safe thing. A little bit of sea salt, almost imperceptibly so. And then we put okra on the plate. We'll garnish with a little bit of voodoo sauce, and that's our fried okra. All right. Who wants fried okra?